We did our shiny hunt race yesterday, where we had a winner in Dragon with his shiny Rookity. And the prize that he picked was not a shiny, he didn't want a shiny, but he has picked the map for next week's race, which will be in Legends Arceus, where it'll be the Cornet Highlands with the most shinies in the 3 hours. Let's see how well we do. Today we are back to hunting Pennywise, our Blacephalon. We could have called it something else. But yeah, as we know, we have done a lot of DAs. In this save, we only have one shiny, which happens to be our Crocodile, which we got last time. I've got the pictures there. So yeah, we got this. And the funniest thing was, I went and did some DAs with a friend of the channel, Corey, and I got another one. And I also got my own personal shiny Lugia and a Roselia, which was funny because Roselia actually helped me win this Lugia. So yeah, it's a bit of a crazy one really. But if anyone wants to join a DA, let me know. Otherwise, I'll do the first one solo. Hello, Phoenix. Welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, so I'll probably just do a solo Blacephalon just to get a warm up. I don't really know why I sell. Why did I save you Veltol? Maybe we're doing it. I don't know. Welcome in, Dragon. How are you doing? Do you want to jump in the first one, or are you going to wait for the second one? Or for the later sessions, maybe. But yeah, I feel like I want to do one that's a bit more targeted today. I know we kind of do a bit of a mixture in this. Okay, then I will do my quick solo one. Ooh, we have something good for a rock type. But the other two are kind of bad. Three are bad. But Barraskewda, thank you. They're all still bad. They're all bad. Well, and I got grass or steel to pick from next. Great. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What an awful selection. I'm guessing I'm gonna. What is the ground type? Can you show me it? Oh, that's a Alolan. Oh, no. I don't think we win. I don't even think we're gonna make it to the Blacephalon, let alone beat it. We have one of the worst runs I think I have ever seen. I guess Barraskewda could come in clutch, but it is only a Barraskewda. Like, I've got nothing for this. So I guess I'm going to have to do a bit of strategy and help the team be better. We could maybe get some physical boosts, I guess. But yeah, it's not good. Not what I want to do to start with. But yeah, we're currently on 10 for our shiny total on this new adventure. And as we've always said, everything is stream exclusive. So offline I will do some other shiny hunting, which is mainly to fill up my vaults as such. So yesterday I got like 4 Dedenes in one outbreak, because it was a very nice location. The Lugia will probably go into the Legendary Vault, but we're going to just keep everything going and just keep piling them up really. And again, the same with everything we get in DAs. We will just keep them all and they will be added to it. We're going to start with all of my proper duplicates because we already have too many. My duplicate pile is ridiculous, mostly because of Legends Arceus, but also because I did a lot of bingo competitions, and with the bingo competitions comes, well, you guessed it, same sort of prompts. And with the same sort of prompts, I am pretty much hunting the same sort of thing. So it could be a Gen 5 Pokemon. I'll go and pick an easy Gen 5 Pokemon to go and get. I'm not going to do something difficult. So yeah, that's kind of being what the problem is. Okay, so we beat the Cleft Key without losing a life. So yeah. And also, you can see that we are on Shiny Dex. That is going to be everything for the challenge only. Again, I may set up something else where I can show off more of the vaults, but we're a little way away from there. We do also have the PCG game going on. There is a Wild Dramper in the chat if anyone is playing along. I keep getting some duplicates, so not completely sure what's good and what's bad. But thank you for the lurk, RJ, and congratulations again for your Licky Licky, and hopefully you'll find some more shinies in your mission to get all the shelfers. No, I didn't even know the term shelfer was a thing until about December. I'll be honest. I had set up my own little quest to do something like that in the past, but in the end I never really went through with it. I wanted to build a normal Alpha Dex, a Shiny Dex, and a Shelfer Dex in Legends Arceus exclusively. And that was like a bit of a challenge I'd put together, but didn't really come to fruition, sadly. But yeah, we set it all up. We had all the boxes set up. I got checklists and everything. But again, it will go back to what I've said a lot. I do find shiny hunting a bit lonely, so I tended to not enjoy doing it on my own. I like to just chat away and do shiny hunting. A bit weird like that. I like events and stuff. So if someone's doing something which involves people coming along to take part, I'm usually there, taking part and hoping for the best. But yeah, that's just me. I'm like that. That's why I try to make this more interactive than just I'm going to be shiny hunting. I just like trying to encourage people to come and join in, and maybe not so much push them, but encourage them to maybe go and finish that hunt they started that they've put off for a long time. I think that really helps in what I like to do. So this is a ground type. It could work. What do we have at the end? We have berries after the sidekick. But we've got two things extremely weak to it, so I'm going to have to do this, but hope we don't do physical moves. Yeah, I don't think we win, unless we get really lucky and the Sceptile swaps into this, and then there is a chance. I do have Rock Blast, which could really work, but otherwise I think it's kind of game over. The problem is all of my moves are physical, and yeah, my moves are physical, which means I will probably get paralyzed. Well, welcome back, Dragon. I will say this is probably the worst run I've seen of potential Pokemon for this run. And we started with two grass types, and we had to go through a steel type. We've got a ground steel type, and now we're getting an electric ground type, with the hope that Sceptile swaps out for it. We've lost our second life, and I believe I am now paralysed because this had static. So yeah, Stunfisk is a good option, yes, but the problem is I need it to be something else. I've got the Tyranitar, so I do have the Rock Blast, which could be helpful, but I need this is where I would like to see if the computer wants to take it before I make my decision, rather than I see the Barraskewda want to take it. I'm like, nope, you're not taking it. I'll take it instead. That's the one little problem with this. The Dug Trio could work really well, but now it's like this thing paralyzes everything, which is really annoying. And that's 3 of our team now paralysed into this fight. We're all probably all slower, so we've got to get lucky that we get a clean hit. I could take it, but I would rather Sceptile take it, if I'm honest. But we'll see how this goes. And hopefully we can have some good luck. If not, well, we'll just try again next time. That's how we do these things, isn't it? We just keep going. Okay, we lost the Doug Trio. It's not the worst thing to lose. It was something that was paralysed too. I feel like Rock Blast might be really good. But I think I can survive a hit from this, whatever happens. It's the Sceptile I'm very scared of. But it might be faster, so it might... No, it isn't, because it's paralysed. Assurance, that's a nice hit, comfortable hit. Shadow Claw onto me, okay, I can take that. Sceptile is paralysed, I'm paralysed. Of course we're all paralysed. Oh dear. Well, at least we might get around to my Dynamax. Assurance again. Okay, it's Barraskewda doing all the work here. Max Flare onto... Survives. Nice. Good save. Good save. Breaking swipes. I don't think that's too helpful. And of course, I don't get paralysed, but I miss. This game is sabotaging my career as a shiny hunter. Now, just do it onto Sceptile if you're going to do a move. Zen Headbutt. Onto... Okay, we're all surviving hits here. Not... Okay, we were all surviving hits. That's one down. One life left. It is all about whether I am paralysed or not, I think. Really. Oh, dear. Can't help but laugh, can you? Okay, let's do this for extra security, I guess. Give us some health at least, in case it decides to attack me. Now, big dinosaur who's done nothing in this final. Are we fastest? Yes, we are. Good job we had Barraskewda doing all of the work there. Single-handedly carried me through that fight. That was probably one of the most scuffed wins against this thing I've ever seen. But it was a win, that's all that counts. So let's see if we can start today with a shiny Pennywise, and then I don't know where we go. To be honest, my other two paths on here are Yveltal and Tapu Fini. I get mixed up which are which, to be honest, because where I've got so many different saves at the moment, one of my other ones has Blacephalon on too. But let's see, do we start today with a shiny? No, no. Legendary? No, of course not. So, does anybody want to join the next DA? While we just remember to save the route. Right, and do you have anything interesting, young lady? Giratina, okay, no. We did see our friend Charmeleon get the Giratina yesterday. Well, if I set it up, I'll leave it open for you to jump in. That'll be easy enough, don't worry. Remember, it is a 3-minute window, and we're probably about to hit the Adlands too. Going for Snivy in the bingo. Ooh, going for the Sabotage Strat already. Excellent. We were going to call it like Bingo 4 or Connect Bingo or something at one stage, so it's not a problem. Because Casper managed to sabotage my run by taking Garganackle, because that little... So all of my hunts have been completely random. I got Dusclops and Bidoof in Legends Arceus just running around in circles. So they were two of mine. But then I saw the path for the Dusclops, and I thought, oh, Garganacl, Snivy, and Sheldon are really easy to get. So I thought, why not? And then I came back online and saw Garganacl had been claimed, and I thought, okay. But I also saw the top row wasn't too difficult. Now, the one thing is I haven't done any sort of targeted hunting myself yet. So I'm not really sure where to start, because, well, from what we're doing on this end, it's all a bit of everything at the moment. But yeah. I did do a little bit of Stunfisk hunting to try and stop the 4 going diagonal, but problem is so many people were after it in the other community, it was bound to happen eventually. So yeah, I might as well start then. Let's see what we get as our selection. Let's see. Oh, Relicanth is broken. Well, we saw just how fun Barraskewda was. Ooh, we got such a dream team. You better not take that elephant. Catherine! Oh, Catherine. Ruined our plans. I think we're going to have to go right. If we're honest, I think this is the safest path. And I'll probably let Dragon Dynamax into the Fairy move, because it will be quite effective. There's not much point in me doing too much other than just attacking this turn. Right, we'll do a liquidation, see if we can lower its defense. Barraskewda coming in clutch again. Liquidation, get the defense drop. Nope, okay. Play rough, big hit there. Body press maybe. Uh-oh, someone's getting hurt, and it was me. Nice, thank you. Well, it is slower. Higher defense, okay, that's all Corporage is going to do for the next 3 rounds. Of course it is. Right. We'll just go for the same again. Hopefully we can Dynamax into the big fairy move, and we win. That's kind of the plan. It's worked before, it can work again, but let's see just how well it works. Because let's be honest, we need a big win here. This is not an easy run. Well, it is and it isn't. It's more... It's annoying that I had a big hit done to me. This probably ruined a bit of my plans. Hello, Mr. Belgium. How are you doing? We are good. This is the second Blacephalon. Are you interested in joining in with Pennywise today? I'm pretty sure you're still hunting it. I don't know how I won the first one, but the computer with Barraskewda did all of the work on its own. I had Tyranitar that was paralysed. First turn paralysed. Second 2 turns it missed Rock Blast. So yeah, not good. I'm partially tempted to take this, but I don't think I should. This one's more up to you, Dragon. If you feel like you want to take it, you can. You don't need to. You've got the water type. So you should be pretty good. I just hope Catherine takes it, to be honest. Okay. It doesn't matter because we've got all the water types. Yeah, you can stick to the end. I think this is probably the safest bet. I think just for the weirdness, I think we might actually go for the ice type. Because the Gastrodon's good, but it's difficult to beat, I think, with our team. Yeah, but it's difficult to beat the Gastrodon. I'm looking at it and thinking, it's also strong against me. I seem to be weak to everything, despite having probably the best Pokemon for this round. But that's good to see Mr. Belgium joining in. We will hopefully get some done. There is a Tauros in the chat. It does have a big weakness in the final. True. This doesn't have Storm Drain, does it? Right. Or Water Absorb? No. Right. I keep forgetting the moves they have, to be honest. That's why we got to pretty much hope and pray that the Copperaja swaps out sooner rather than later. Because it's the weak one here that we want to get rid of. Didn't it gain health then? Okay, well, I forgot I've got a move that is more powerful the weaker I am. So maybe we'll go with that. Bounce, missed. That sounds about right for this game. Missed the easy hits. Who was that that got hit? Me? Or we all fell in speed. Body press? Not okay. Did a lot more than I thought it would. I might as well just stick to this. There's no point Dynamaxing. We got a... Two of us got the Tauros and you got a Stone RJ. Today's the day Dragon's going to miss out on all of the PCG Pokemon. I always go in all the other streams and you catch them all, don't you? But today it's our turn to shine. Now, so I'm thinking, don't bother Dynamaxing in the next round. This could be an option to see if the computer doesn't take it. I would probably say this is better than your Azumarill. That's what I would say. So see what the computer wants to do before saying no. Because I remember Azumarill doesn't have its ability. I think it would probably be normal next, yes. But we really want Catherine to take it. Okay, Catherine wants it, so that's good. We can let Catherine have it, and we've got a water squad. And we get items at the end. This is going to hit quite hard, but we can't beat the grass type with this team. Not a chance in hell. It does have a ground move, I believe. I always get Buffalant and Tauros mixed up for their movesets, to be honest. Because they're basically the same thing. And don't come at me and say one's a buffalo and one's a bull. Only, but that's a big if. You also have to remember that two of us are quad weak to grass. In me and Gastrodon. So while it wouldn't be too bad if I got knocked out, it's not great, to be honest. Oh, I got the defense drop. Nice. He's hiding. But yeah, if one of us had an ice move, I may have considered it more, but nobody has an ice move. It's really lowering its own defense here. Rock Tomb getting slower. Okay, this might be easier than I thought it would be. There is a little bit of me that is tempted to take this for the final, just for health. If I'm honest. And again, the immunity from the ghost move. Because at the end of the day, I can't Dynamax in the state I'm in. whatever happens. But if I get knocked out, I can. But yeah, it's kind of a weird one, this one, because we're all sort of a bit all over the place. Barracuda's enduring. Can we? Liquidation? Oof. Bounce, okay. Going for the hiding strat. Hopefully we knock it out. Lovely. Beaten the Buffalo. Somehow we still have 4 lives too. Ow. The most frustrating thing is we kind of want the water up. So we may gamble a bit here, I don't know. As we said, Azumaril's attack is dreadful without pure huge power. It's pretty much it's one of the weakest Pokemon out there. It has Lash Out. You're all I am tempted though, just for health. I think I've got to. Yes. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Screams. I'm just thinking for health. That's the only reason why I've taken this. I could have got a Citrus Berry, of course. You know, we're going to just risk that it may go for Max Mindstorm. You never know with this Pokemon. Or this game, what they want to do. So, yeah. I was going to actually speak to Mr. Greaves about 2K as well. But I'll try and catch him in his stream a bit later. If you have a special attacking water move, do that. If I Dynamax. Because I will do Max Darkness. If you don't worry. Actually, do you have a special attack water move? But then it's not worth you Dynamaxing. In case. Because the thing is, if you get hit, we miss the Dynamax altogether. That's the big problem. I will beat it with the moves we've got. Like, as long as 2 water moves and a big dark move should be enough. And yeah, I can't leave it for you to Dynamax, and I couldn't have Dynamax with my Relicanth either. So we're sort of in a bit of an awkward spot there with the team health-wise. It would have been fun if I had known that I was getting a Citrus Berry. I could have at least revived a bit of it. But yeah. Fire Blast onto me? Okay. Good child. I decided to Dynamax. Let's get it. Bop. We just want to make sure it doesn't use Max Flare. That's the main thing we're scared of. Oh, it's slower. What is your other water move as well? Is it only Aqua Jet? Or is it like Liquidation or something? I always forget to check. But Assurance, another big dark move. The Barracuda just doesn't like using water moves. Oh dear, oh dear. Is that because you keep putting an elephant through the desk? I was going to say that 2K has actually been announced for the Switch 2 at the end of the month. I'm not liking the look of the price at the moment, but if it becomes a more reasonable price, like we could almost do the GM mode thing. If it's cross platforms, I don't know if it is cross-platform or not, but hopefully it is. And we could try that if I do end up getting it. But at least the long-term goal will mean it will be much more comfortable for you to game if you have a chair and a desk. I don't know what your current setup is, but it sounds like it's to make it more comfortable in the long run. Are you ready to jump in the next one, Mr. Belgium? And good luck on the shiny dragon. This is number 2 for the day. 2 wins. 2 Pennywises destroyed with relative ease. Hello Neil, welcome in. How are you doing? Sadly, the Lugia didn't count. So, it's not the first one. Pangoro, no. Gastrodon, no. Bufalod, no. And Blacephalon, no. Yeah, I got the Lugia joining in with Corey doing DAs when he was streaming. All the shinies have to be stream exclusives. Sadly. It is funny because I actually won this as well the other day. I actually won a shiny Lugia as well. So, yeah. That's not good. So I've got 2 Lugias in 1 week. That's going to go in what I'm calling a gift/prize box in home, which is going to keep your Charmander company that you sent me when we completed the decks in this game. You sent me a Pokemon Go shiny Charmander, so yeah, so that's where it's going to go. I just haven't moved everything. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. In fairness, I know this is going to sound like a stereotype, but that sounds like the most Australian setup I've ever heard of. An outside chair. It just makes me feel like the Foster's adverts in the UK. Like, that's what it sounds like to me when you say that setup. I've got to see whether it actually plays properly on the Switch though before I even commit to anything, because the last time they released a 2K game, it was an absolute mess on the original Switch, and that was like 2018's one, and they've never released one since. So I don't want to commit to something where I could win a copy of something that no longer exists, or I won't be able to play. But yeah. But yeah. With the Legend, as I say, everything we catch is stream exclusive. I will jump into other people's streams to help do shinies, not a problem. Like, I got the crocodile we got in this game. I went into another stream the next day and got a second shiny crocodile. So, that was kind of just how crazy it is. And we got a Roselia, much to Mr. Belgium's frustration. So, I'm going to start with Poliwrath. I think we can just try and get a water squad here. And up to a month ago, I said it was a milk crate. It's good that you're setting it up, and I'm going to... Is there like... Have you reached like your payment threshold? Because you get a lot of bits in your streams, but I don't know if that's a lot because it's one at a time, or whether they are adding up. Right, we could probably go for the Octillery. So maybe go normal, water, ghost, or ground. It's up to us, really. But yeah. Well, I have upgraded my desk from the first time I've done the streaming. But yeah, I get it though. And we are hoping Dragon can sort everything out very soon. And as we were counting down 3 more days until Neil could return to the internet, maybe we'll find out. So yeah, 10 shinies already. Yes. The sad thing is, the thing we have to also take into account is 7 of them have been Legends Arceus. Only the Scatterbug plus 6 have been Legends Arceus. We Scatterbug, Plusle and Chingling were violet. Plusle is an event going on at the... No, Minun is an event going on. There is like Pika Clone event at the moment. So I went to try and get Minun and Plusle. That's the big thing I wanted to get done. But yeah, Ghastly and Electabuzz were the last two. I think they decided to screw you over with it, didn't they? So are we around 4 really then? Elsewhere pretty much, but they all count the shinies, that's the thing. We haven't had any full-blown duplicates yet. There is an event Moonar in the PCG. The funniest thing about all of it was the fact that you saw the Kricketot, then we got the Chingling, and then I was playing Legends Arceus, and then in one Kricketot outbreak I got the other gender, and then a Kricketune from the catch in one go. So I had 4 shinies, and 3 of them were the Kricketot line. Well, good luck with the building, Mr. Greaves. We will put you on the lurks in a bit. I think Mr. Belgium's run away. He must have found his shiny shaman at last. That's what it is. He found the shaman and he's happy. He's celebrating. But yeah. You'll laugh at something that happened though now. Like, in your streams you've got Sparkling Brie who streams as well. And I went into another stream at around the same sort of time I started meeting all of yours. And there's somebody called Brie who drinks tea. And I went into the Brie who drinks tea stream thinking I was talking to your friend. I was just like, oh. And I just carried on playing the games for ages before I realised. No one caught the Mooner. We will probably catch all of them. So yeah. No, I remembered like, as soon as I started saying hello like I knew who they were more, I realised it's probably not the right one. But we were playing Mario Kart World, so it wasn't like I was just in a random stream or something. I wanted to play Mario Kart with some people. That was the main goal, really. So we had fun. It's been weird, like Mario Kart World's come out and there's a few people streaming it, but it's not like a big popular streaming game at the moment. Sadly. So, but going back to your evolution question, so if I get a female Kricketot, I will evolve it into the female Kricketune. So that is going to happen. That's not a problem. It's definitely a part of the challenge. I have like a little bit of a thing I do where I never evolve unless I've already got it complete. Again, anything that's spare will just get put in the vaults and people can claim them. This month we have a theme of chocolate bars, brands, etc, etc. Pretty much, but we've got so many Pokemon in our vaults, so I'm hoping we get a few people who want some, to be honest, because I don't need them all. Not really going to do too much with them. Might as well coach, I guess. Yes, I did see that she moved as well. That's why I got a bit confused when it was like, I thought you were moved. There'll still be clips of like dupes. I know you've probably seen like the reels, the TikToks, the etceteras. Instead of the number flashing, there'll probably just be like a dupe message, or it won't have a something in the corner or something like that. Still trying to figure out, because that's a problem for the future. Yes, Dragon won the shiny hunt race yesterday. And I sort of said that the winner can have a shiny from the current vault. Each game has a vault on, basically. So that'll be a thing. If you are interested in the Legends Arceus one on Sunday, you're more than welcome to join in. I can't remember if you've got PLA properly or not, but it's there. It's ready for people to jump in. I'm hoping it'll be a bit busier because yesterday it was only Dragon, Casper and myself, and Casper, it would have been 5 o'clock in the morning when we started the stream. So yeah, so that was not great for them, but it was great to see that they came and had a go. And the other thing, the winner gets to pick the theme for the next challenge as well. So obviously I'd already said it's going to be a map for Legends Arceus. The winner, Dragon in this case, got to pick the map. For whoever wins that one will pick the type we go for in Scarlet and Violet the week after. That's what we're going to try to do, so it means there's a little bit of incentive, because then you can pick something that you actually need to do if you want to hunt for a certain type of Pokemon. The person that wins that will actually be moving back to picking what route we end up in for the game again, because the last one of each month is 100% going to be the Pokemon cards things. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm hoping that when you went for your inquiries, you did get some answers that would help you with what's going on. Yeah, definitely has come a long way. The big thing was the first couple of sessions were always, the first month was always going to be a bit slower, with the main reason we were sort of playing through the games, basically. We have finished all 3 games technically now. The only bit we have not done yet is the blueberry bosses, but I don't need to do that. The only benefit from that is I get fly, so I don't need to push for that. Scientist, what do we get? Indeed, he wants to swap into neutralizing gas. Could be good. Could be. Right. What is the best option here? I'm thinking we would like to get berries ready, wouldn't we? So we're going to have to go this way. I think between Dragon and Boyfriend Bertram, one should take this, depending on health. That'll be the best bet. But other than the internet, are you all settled in now, Neil? Have you managed to put the light bulb up yet? Without electrocuting yourself? I was actually talking to one of KPD's community about your Nuzlocke challenges yesterday, because they love Nuzlocking. But I don't know if you know Darkstar, I think it's called. But when you do one of your streams, if you put it in self-promote in KPD's Discord, they'll probably come in and you'll be stuck with them as well, because they do love the Nuzlocks. And as I was saying, like, the best thing about your Nuzlocke is it's not just the Nuzlocke, you actually do stuff on the side when it's the grindy bit. And you're bouncing ideas off everyone, it's not just you putting your head down and doing it, which is what can make Nuzlocks a little bit less interesting at times. But because you do other stuff, you're interacting with everybody while you're playing, which just makes it so much more interesting to watch. Good morning, the one. Welcome in. How are you doing? Would you like to join some Blacephalon DAs? That's the main thing we're doing today. We've got 3 in this run, so we do have a spot open. Getting a delivery from IKEA includes a new streaming desk. Everyone's getting a new desk today. Oh, welcome back, Will. How are you? Hopefully you weren't too busy. So prepping everything for tomorrow. Already got the shiny. Oh no. That's no good. We got the wrong... I'm going to have to do this just so Dragon can Dynamax. We always say we like the big water moves. You're looking into posting the yes. And he probably is lurking around, to be honest. He sometimes lurks during the days, but he'll be busy working and concentrating. But yeah, I tend not to go into too many Discords to promote. But because I was doing the race, I went into a load yesterday to promote. So it's like the first time I've done one in so long. And no shinies yet, sadly. But are you interested in joining some DAs, Will, or not? We do have one spot, if you are after Blacephalon too. I can almost see Boy from Belgium in the background going, I'm going to come and do a Zygarde. Can we do a Zygarde? Did you find anyone to do the Zygardes in the end yesterday? I know you were asking for people. Alright, that makes sense. Are you one day considering getting the DLC, or you happy with what you've got? I do also have the other Switch, so if we do have too many people that want to get involved, I can run an offline one. Well, you know what I mean. Just one that isn't on the stream. That's an option. It's always going to be there, so that's helpful. I guess a lot of it goes down to the money. I think it's what, £30 or 23 or something, between 20 and 30 for the double pack. I still think it should have gone down in price by now. Right, I think we can get away with either Boy from Belgium or Dragon taking this. It's better than both of what you've got. But I wouldn't mind keeping that Wheezing for the ability to stop Beast Boost. But no, okay. Never mind. But I think the DLC should go down in price, considering they are, what, 6-ish years old now? I just don't get why Pokemon games never go down in a little bit in price. You have Dig, yes, but I was looking at health. And neutralizing gas would have been kind of nice to take away Beast Boost, if I'm honest. You know what I mean? But yeah. Because like second hand you can get BDSP for around 30 now, but you can't get the Shaman and Darkrai stuff, which a lot of people want. Sword and Shield I think's about 35 to 40. And why did you get the discount, Mr. Belgium? Out of interest. I did, that's how I got my second one. Yeah, so if you do have some gold coins saved up in your eShop, you could always use that to put towards it to reduce the fee a little bit more. That's what I did for when I got my Shield series for the DLC. I think I only had £5 or £6, but it took a big chunk out of it. But I don't know, can you still earn the gold coins, or is it the end of this year they sort of expire? I always get confused when it actually was going to stop. And how do you earn the gold coins? Is it just by doing online purchases? But GG everyone. Good luck with the shinies. Let's see how we do. Yeah, did you find anyone to do Zygarde yesterday, Mr. Belgium, or not? No Lopunny, nor Starmie, no Wishcash, and no Blacephalon. We better save the path before we read the chat. Because the amount of times I've overridden it. I think you can no longer get them, ended a few months ago. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That you sort of get a bit of it. Tapu Lele? Nah, we have Finny. There is a Tadbulb in the chat if anyone wanted. I knew that it was expiring next year. I just couldn't remember if they stopped like rewarding them. I should check how many I've got, but I don't think I've got many. I think I got some for getting the DLC, which would be about 20. No, was it like 10 for every pound you spent or something? Actually, I can look at my Nintendo on here. My Nintendo. That's the best way to check it all. As we know, we went a bit crazy with the Legends EA deal that I bought. Oh, why aren't we signed in? We have a boy from Belgium. Let's see. I spent all of my platinum ones. I know that much. My account. Okay, we're on my account. Right. Well, I guess the best thing to do is just pretend to buy something. What can I pretend to buy? A rubbish camera. That is for £50. Add to cart. View basket. Do I have gold coins? I must have used them all up. Continue to the checkout. Add a discount code. Do we have anything? No. Okay, maybe we don't. Maybe we did use all of ours up. I thought they wouldn't have just got rid of them all. Is there anything like good to get with the rewards? Because I was looking at the rewards. No. It still shows the gold coins on the rewards page. Just out of, so you know. But yeah, I used all my coins to get stuff. But you can only get one of each, which was a bit annoying. Okay, wow. I guess I will risk this in case we find a water type. Oh, the Obstagoon is fantastic. Yeah, so I used all my platinum points. Well, most of them. Aurorus is an interesting pick. Anything for the Switch 2? Not really. Luigi's Mansion pin set. Okay, what do we have? Wow. Well, good luck is the term I'm thinking of here. I don't see anything good here at all. Yeah, I think I must have used all my gold coins up. Because they wouldn't have taken them all away after like a day or a week of notice that they're taking them away, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not sure. But we all caught the Tadbulb. Can I do anything helpful here? You've got Screech at least. And all my moves are special. We'll just put some lightning up, I guess. Yeah. At the end of the day, there's not too much I want to get from the store. I might have actually had some of them used on the Legends Arceus bundle without me realising, because I bought the big fancy bundle where you get all the figures and an umbrella. Because nothing's based Pokemon than an umbrella? I don't know. But we got an umbrella. Oh, that's a dead obstagoon. About 3 months, and final day they could be obtained. Maybe because you can't obtain them, they don't show them until you're actually at the proper checkout stage. That makes sense. I didn't want to press continue to check out and accidentally buy a camera for the Switch 2 that I'm never going to use. If I'm honest. It's probably the least interesting thing I would have ever seen. That might be what it was. But yeah, because I spent all the ones I had on the Shield DLC, which would have probably been, I want to say, March time I did that. That might be why I don't have any left. I don't think I've done any online purchases, because I don't like digital that much anyway. Like, the only digital thing I got in the last couple of months is probably Mario Kart World. You can, like, any purchase, like, the gold coins are basically money off a purchase. That's the thing. It would, the DLC was a digital game purchase. But as I don't know, because I think I used all of what I had. I haven't seen a new one unless Pokemon release it themselves. I personally don't want to see the new one. I don't want to see the leaks for the games before they come out. I want to kind of just enjoy them freshly. Unless Pokemon release a trailer that shows it, then it's not ready for me to see. But as I say, I used it all on the DLC, and I think that was the last thing I actually bought. Everything else has been basic stuff, as basically. No, it was on their website? Okay. I haven't seen it though, right? I haven't really seen much other than the 2 trailers. Hello Cheerio, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm trying just not to avoid Legends Arceus, but I'm kind of like, I'm going to watch the trailers. No, Legends EA. I'll watch the trailers, and then I'll play the games. I've bought the game. Yes, there should be one on the 22nd, I want to say. But I might be wrong. I am good too. I don't know, I kind of skipped out of the end of Customs yesterday. The hide and seek was a bit too much drama, so I stepped away for a while. But yeah, that was annoying, but it's kind of what we knew was going to happen one day. Not much point me taking it. Oh, it's better than the Vanish, I guess. I do expect to see something big for ZA. They probably will show off all 3 evolutions and what they turn into, if we're honest. Should we just go for the ghost? What was the top layer? They're all terrible, aren't they? I'm tempted to just go for the Butterfree. Just go to get through it quickly with the Auroras. I think that'll be the easiest way we win. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking might be good. We have the teapot, so it isn't terrible. It does have a dark move. It could be worth me swapping. Pretty much that, I think is fair to say. The thing is, the first EA trailer was like, look at the wild areas, do this, do that. And the second was like, there's a whole battling system that looks boring. And then the third one will go, oh, actually, it's bigger than just the city. We've delayed the game for a year because we realised everyone would complain. So, but I think there will be the normal generic stuff. There'll be an update on the Courtiers, like puppet series. Then we get the Sleep new TCG packet, probably the new Go events, Cafe remix. You know, all the stuff no one really cares about. I think they will announce that Colosseum will be released on the NSO on the 22nd. That's when it will be released. And that's my theory. They do quite often do like the directs, and it's like, go and play this now. And that's what I think will happen with Colosseum. But not Gate of Darkness. They may give us the date for Gate of Darkness, but I can't see them doing anything else. And I think we'll argue this out, me and Boy from Belgium, but it's either going to be a remake that's nearly complete, that will probably come out around January, or a special 30 edition something or other for the original games, which would make it really interesting for you, I guess, Neil, because if they did release some form of package to play and connect to home with Gem 1, 2, 3, you could play them all on the Switch going forward. Oh yes, we do also have Champions coming out. That could also get dropped any day, if we're honest, because if it is just battling, I don't see why it needs to be delayed if it's ready. You get what I mean? I think the most interesting thing with that is whether it's going to be true, whether you can use rentals or whether you can only use your own. Because I think it'll be a bit rubbish if it's just your own. I would like to see rentals as part of the game. I'm probably not. I probably should take this, shouldn't I? I don't really want to, but and it's only what Rubians? No. It's whether they would go all the way to the Game Boy Advance ones. That's the big question. But yeah. It's something that Boy from Belgium's been saying. They'll bring out basically a cartridgey like thing with all of the first gen 1, 2, 3 on. I think that's the theory he has. But it'll be interesting to see because they'll want to make money off it. So my theory would be is if they did that, I think it's more likely to be a subscription thing, sadly. I think they have missed a bit of a trick by not doing a Gen 5 remake. I really do. I think it's probably best I take this. I do have Power Gem, but not that strong. I can use Sucker Punch if it does want to attack me. I don't think it will be the same day release for a remake. No way. We're going to have to take the Butterfree because we've got rock moves and ice moves that can beat it quicker. No. We're going to have to do this. Because if it uses its special move, we're all buggered in the final. Yeah, I don't. The only reason I think there could be a remake early next year is because that's what they did with BDSP and Legends Arceus. I personally don't think there's going to be enough content in ZA to keep Pokemon fans happy for up to a year before the next Gen 10 game. I think they will try and package it together with some form of black and white game. Maybe even remakes of Kalos. You never know with them, to be honest. It could happen. But that's the thing, like, I definitely don't think they will just put it on NSO. That's the one thing and that isn't me putting the debate about the gambling stuff up there. It's pretty much my theory that they would want to make more money than what NSO is for the Game Boy ones, etc. Who are we thinking is best in the final? I think we'll just carry on for now. Let's see, they first released Gen 10, then Gen 5 remakes. You have to take it back to Gen 9, and Gen 4 got released before Gen 9, the remakes, didn't they? That's the other way of looking at it. That's why I think, again, we can theorise, and I don't mind that. Like, I'm quite happy to be wrong at the end of the day. It's part of why it's quite interesting to have these discussions. Even though Gen 8 released Sinnoh remakes, Gen 9 only. The reason I thought they might do same day direct is because people might digital. I like the idea. I just feel that if they were going to bring out a remake, they would promote it a lot more, rather than drop it the same day. That's the only reason why I don't think it will happen. I could see if they're going to drop NSO stuff, that can happen the same day. But anything else I can't see happening the same day. I think Boy from Belgium probably should Dynamax. But when you look at when BDSP and Legends Arceus came out, they came out, what, a year after Gen 8, if I'm not mistaken? Or the last DLC. So you look at Gen 9, they've done nothing for new games since, like Scarlet and Violet dropped. ZA, I'm not really considering the same conversation, like, and they haven't even hinted at a Gen 10. That's the main thing I'm thinking. Why I think that we'll get the Gen 5 remakes, because if you think about it, if they do bring out your NSO idea, a lot of people were saying Gen 5 was going to be the next one, or Legends Kirim, or something like that. And every so-called reporter was saying it. That was coming out. That was the end of the conversation. Nobody expected a Gen 6 Legends game. And they brought that out. So I feel like if they're going to save everything for the big 30th, which is what you've been saying with the NSO stuff, I think if you start the year with the Gen 5 hard copy remakes, then you do drop some form of NSO-like thing with the Gen 1 to 3. You've got a Gen 6 game that's just finished. The only stuff that isn't brand new and available on the Switch is the Gen 7. But then you could take it even further and say, what if they announced a new NSO-like package that lets you play every single non-Switch Pokemon game next year for the 30th. And that includes all of the DS models, and it'd be another subscription service, yes, on top of everything we already pay for. But imagine they did that and they put everything on all of them, and you could pay one monthly subscription and you get everything. Think about what that could be. Welcome in, Captain Mimikyu. How are you doing? We are hunting the evil Pennywise today. So yeah. You masterballed the Iron Jugulas. Nice. Boy from Belgium got a stone. That helps. I'm still not quite sure how this game works. I don't know if I got my freebie either. Only Cyclozar left? I don't know. I might have one Cyclozar. You've got everything already. Wow. Let's see how bad mine is. This may put up a couple of things. I don't know if I took the... I am at that many. I'm miles away. Let's have a quick look at some potential shinies. No. Is Blacephalon finally going to be shy? No. I guess this is the term, streamer luck, right? Well, congratulations on beating them all. We're debating on what we think the Pokemon Present will be all about, to be honest. We've got quite a lot going on, but yeah. I personally think they only do Gen 1 to 3 on NSO. Gen 10 2016, no remakes, no spin-offs. They could do anything really, we never know with them. I know I'm not going to go on and on about the gambling thing, but as we said before, they can't release them without ripping out the game corner. Unless they do some form of package somewhere else. I think it'll be a mobile game, ZA only, mainly about new megas. We have the Champions game, don't we, that they've talked about and suddenly gone very quiet about. So there is that as well, which is kind of nice. I think it's crazy if they're waiting till 2026 for that, to be honest. Like, it doesn't look like it's that difficult a game to make. It's just battling. I think they should have shown some hints if it was not going to be till next year. I thought it was going to be a Switch 2 release title, if I'm honest. Did anyone else want to fill in the last spot on the Blacephalon raids? We're always welcome for anyone to jump in. It's mainly because the competitive scene. So you think it is? I don't really know if it is going to really be too much about the competitive scene, because it looks like it's doing too much. It could also be, that is another option, but if it's a free game, I can see it being there. I know some people have discussed a potential price for it, but if it's a mobile game, I don't think they're going to charge you. There'll be a lot of microtransactions on it. They're really going to try and grab the money that way, but I can't see it being a paid game, to be honest. So that could be another option. Well, I was going to go this, but we'll go this. Ooh, the Dunsparce has Shadow Ball. I don't know whether it's going to actually be like a good idea of a game, to be honest. I think it could be something that is really popular for 1 week and then dropped out. Yeah, but let's just Google putting that. Like ZA said, 2022, 2026 for about 2 years for ZA. They put that date because they don't know, not because it's the right answer. Right, there is the Obstagoon again. What are the water types? What is that middle one? What is the middle one? No, we don't want that really. We don't want the rock type. Guess we just take the Nidoking. Yeah, that could be the thing. Like, you could have to pay for the rental teams. That is the scary thing with it. Imagine they did just charge you for every single thing. But then okay, well, it's still not that difficult to beat, I guess. I can still Dynamax. We will use one of each to lower its special defense for you and your water moves. Yeah, I could see the rental ones, but then it could be a bit like the TCG Pocket, where you maybe get reward for doing battles and you get X amount of free battles a day or something. It kind of depends how much of it's mobile and how much of it can also be played on the Switch, rather than a Switch game that can also be played on the mobile. Because if it's purely focused as the mobile market, then it might not need that bigger graphics or anything. There's so many variables with it, and they were very, very secretive about it. So we got, what, 2 weeks before we learn the truth? Are you going to hurt yourself? Please do. Go on, right on. Oh, okay, that didn't hurt me too much. Easy W. Good start, everyone. I guess the computer could take this if they want it. Could be worse. But yeah, it would be very nice to get one shiny today, instead of getting all of the shinies in everyone else's streams. As we say, it's streamer luck. We start getting the shinies when we leave the live button off. If we just go back a little bit to Mr. Belgium's NSO thing, I think another side of me that makes me think it won't be NSO is you could imagine that only Gen 1 and 2 are on the Game Boy and not everybody has the upgrade. And we could go flying, you know, because this is a Cramorant. It could work. Oh, we got the teapot again. So, yeah, that's the only thing that might make me think maybe no to the NSO. Because it'll feel weird that they release everything in one go, but only some people can play it if they don't have the upgrade. Because suddenly it's gone from what? Didn't we say it was like £18 a month on the basic one? And then it goes up to 50 for the family extra duper whooper plan. And that's the one that we would get stuck in if we want more than one profile. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. We're honest. There's a lot going on with what it could and couldn't be. I don't want to really upgrade the NSO, if I'm honest. I think it's a bit too expensive. That's euros though, isn't it? I don't think it's that much in the British pound, as they would say. Let's have a quick Google to check the UK price. It's 60 in euro. Let's have a quick look. So, oh yeah, it is 60, yeah. It's because I've got it, so it's one of those awkward ones because it just carries over what I've got. So if I was to upgrade, I don't really want to play £60 on top of everything else just to play Fire Red and Leaf Green instead of the basic one I've got is 35. No, what have I got? I have the basic family plan. So yeah, I'm playing 32. I don't really think it's worth almost double the price to play Fire Red and Leaf Green, if I'm honest. I'm quite happy with what I've got. It'd be different if it was like a disc or a cartridge where you could have them all, which is another rumour that's been doing the rounds, that there will be a cartridge with them all on. Oh, it didn't attack, typically. So that is another discussion to, I guess, be put out there. Do you only think it would ever only be an NSO? Do you think it would, or is there an option of a thing? Yeah, so do I want to pay nearly another, well, in England it's 31 and 59.99, so it is pretty much double the price just to have the Game Boy Advance and GameCube. Do I really want to pay that to play Fire Red, Leaf Green and maybe Colosseum and Gale of Darkness? If I could, I would do like a month on the expansion plan and then go back down, but I wouldn't really want to spend it on that. But then if there was like a disc or cartridge version of Gen 1 to 3, then maybe I would just buy that, because at least I have it all. But that's, I guess, the maybes about it all, really. It's kind of difficult, really, to make the best decision for it. Is water easy enough to go for? It is a relicanth. But rock is easy to beat. It's actually a boulder, which is actually pretty easy to beat. Now, I wouldn't even say no if somebody wanted to take this, if I'm honest. Did one of you want to take this? Maybe more Dragon over Dunsparce, or see what the computer does first? My main reason for saying that is it does have sturdy, so at least it can take a hit and get another attack off. Okay. Maybe the final answer will be see what our health levels and what the computer does. Like if you're on less than half health, swap. If you're not, stick with what you've got. That seems to make sense, doesn't it? Yes. You do, indeed. My only thinking again is it does have sturdy, so if it does get hit, it would survive one hit at least and still get a big move off. And yes, we can probably go with this team. It shouldn't be too bad. It was a very quick fight. I'm always just thinking one step. I did see that you... This is why I always think water's the best for the Blacephalon battles. My dream is always to have a Drizzle Pokemon and one water type and you'll win in 2 goes. And did my Acid Spray go off before you attacked as well? Because I'll probably do Acid Spray again, because then your Ghost move and your Water move will do a lot of damage. I know we can probably beat it in 1 go, but I may as well do something to help along the way. If you know what I mean. Yes, so we will Acid the Spray. Even though I got Dark moves, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you got to do what's better for the team. And then well, actually it's an attacking move, so it doesn't matter. It's more probably for Boy from Belgium. If Colosseum comes out day 1 or on the day of the present, if you've got your Switch 2 by then, are you going straight into playing it, or are you sticking to your shiny hunting? Are you going to count the shinies in that game? I can just Sucker Punch now. I don't need to. do anything complicated here. We've got an easy W. It would have been nice if the teapot had done it as well, but Blacephalon pretty much knocked itself out. That was good of it. And I survive the fire. Fair enough. But good luck, everybody. Let's see if we can finally get a shiny. I guess is the term. Do you reckon you'll play it exclusively on stream or just play it on your own when it does come out? That would be the only reason I would probably play it, is if it was to be streamed. Because I have tried it with alternative means before, but I didn't really enjoy it control wise. Let's check then. Shiny time. No on the Rhydon. No on the teapot. Or the Boldore. And of course no on the Blacephalon. So no one is getting shinies today. We've all got the shiny locked games. Most likely be some Gen 6 hunts coming up too after the game comes out. Yes, definitely. I think the race is going to be to get the full line of like the elemental monkeys, Patrats and Furfrou. That's what everyone will be going for most. I did get a Pansage the other day, or about a month ago now. I'm still sort of hunting it, but not really putting too much effort into it. I earned probably the original Darumaka when you'll get it. It kind of depends what it is you put as an emote. But if it's pretty basic, it should only take like a day at best. Is that just one emote, or have you started putting together a few emotes for the channel? And I'm guessing it's one from scratch as well that you've made with your own individual take, rather than mine that are like free to use. Well, as I said, all of my Pokemon ones are free to use. And once we get a bit more budget, we will then get our brand new emote made. We will use, unless I get pointed in the direction of somebody who is a fair price, I will probably just use Fiverr. So yeah. See, I had never actually played Colosseum and Gale of Darkness, so I know it's a lot of double battles. That's pretty much all I know. I know you can't get absolutely every Pokemon on it, but I'm pretty sure you can get nearly everything shiny. But I'm not completely sure. So is there another option to get the shiny Celebi in there? I don't know. And are you still joining Mr. Belgium? Or have you finished for today? He has vanished into the night. No returns. He must have got the shiny and gone for a celebration lap around the store. Joining? Okay. You'll have to let me know if there's a problem before like the 30-second-ish. Okay, there he is. That is the team that has got, I think, nearly 100% record. No worries. I will start with the Gastrodon. There's a beautiful Golduck with Screech. Carco is not terrible, I guess, but with all the water team, we still got the Carco. Let's see what we get. We get the Dark type, but not too much else. Right, we don't really want the Azumarill. We could get Lycanroc, But it's the normal lichen rock, isn't it? So it's not quite as good. And what is that psychic type? That's a lowland Raichu. We don't really want... Yeah. Lipard, lichen rock. We could upgrade some of the team, I think. You have to remember, it's still more so to get the water moves off, we're fine. Really. It's getting to the final which is going to be the challenge on this run. More than anything else. I will go for the Skidder Smack. Or max up for Lullaby. Get some big damage. See what happens. Where did that go? I saw. No. Where did it go? Okay, not yet then. Yeah, it's not. This Lichen Rock's not as good as the Midnight one. We do have obviously the 3 water types. If we max Geyser, I think we just win. No worries. It's not. It's a frustrating hunt, Snivy, especially in Scarlet and Violet. I know from my own experience. I think I only got one because of an outbreak, and we know that outbreaks can be a bit frustrating to do. It's because it's a bit too small and just sort of disappears into the grass as well. I don't really like that too much. A big lunge? Well, that was quick. We got an easy W there. The dark moves are not too essential, so I don't, as we said, we don't think we need it. I guess Karkar will do what Karkar wants to do. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there are a couple of the starters that have really bad spawning locations in Blueberry, and Snivy is one of them, along with Piplup and Oshawotts are awful. Double Screech. Double Screech. Double Screech. Oh, do we get a Double Screech? I kind of want to go for this just because it's a cool Pokemon. Not gonna lie. I want the Excelgor. Like, Grookey's quite nice and comfortable to shiny hunt. Brokey's easy, because it's like the only water type on land. Poplio is iffy, it just depends what the beach is like. Chikorita and Bulbasaur's now really easy, but Chikorita's still a bit more difficult. What else is in that game? Fennekin is difficult to do, for sure. Tepig's easy. Charmander's easy. Cyndaquil's a nightmare. Torchic's easy, because it's just in one area. Scorbunny and Chimchar, they're easy enough to get enough to spawn to get a good hunt out of it. And they're the only sort of fire ones that spawn. So you may get the other one, but otherwise it's a pretty nice route for those two. And I can't remember the rest. I'm losing track of what's what. Turtwig is pretty comfortable. What is it? What is the water one that everyone loves? What is it? What is it called? The Gen 3 water type. Mudnam. I forgot what it's called. I know what it turns into. Mudkip, that's the one. Mudkip is a little bit more difficult because of the cave lighting. I think, personally, but I think it might be one that if I see it, it's easy. Chespin's very easy to shiny hunt though. Even with the bad lighting, the shiny stands out so much. We have such a fun little team here. What would be really funny is if Boy from Belgium took this and then we did Screech, Screech, Howl and see how much a waterfall did. Yeah, from what I've seen picture-wise, it looks very similar in my colourblind head. That's the problem. What is the grass type? It is Blossom. We have an event Garvantula in the chat, if anyone wants it. Yeah, Squirtle's quite difficult as well because of the amount of water Pokemon that spawn. Trico's nice and easy to get though. And stands out a lot. Well, we'll just do this now. Skidder Smack. Are we actually trying Screech, Screech, Howl on the slowest Pokemon to see what happens? Will the computer comply? That's the question. Will it comply or will it decide to say nope, it doesn't want to be part of it? So yeah, the event Garvantula is targeted by 3 trainers. Who will be the lucky one? And who will miss out? Oof. And we lowered its special attack. Actually, it will be a Max Geyser, won't it? Which is even funnier. If this all works out. Do we go for the one shot on this thing? Can we pull off the clutch? That is the question. And we all call it. It's just more the comedy of beating a so-called legendary with one move. The closest I've done is 2 moves with Drizzle, 1 water move and Weather Ball is most of the work. But yes. I guess it's up to the computer really. No, it isn't going to be the same strat in the final. Silly computer. We can still try with 1 Screech and a Howl if you want, but the thing is, if it doesn't work, you've got Aqua Jet and Excel Rock between you, so you can both finish it off before the next turn. It is up to you, really. We can try it just for the banter, see what happens. I'm sure that Raichu will do something pointless. So, it might target Raichu as well, so you never know. But I do have Max Waterfall. Use Waterfall, not Max Waterfall. Not Max Geyser. Not Max Geyser. You want to beat it without Dynamaxing. I wasn't going to use the bug move. Or the rock move. I'm the biggest advocate for setting up rain against this out of everyone who does these DAs. It's rain is first. Best way to beat this thing. Not dark, not ground, not rock, it's water. How? 1 big move. That's our attacks up. All our attacks up. What did Raichu want to do? That is the question. Electric terrain, so it's not really doing anything yet. That's not a problem. Why does Pennywise look like it's got high heels on? Okay. Thanks, Raichu. Thanks for being here. Will we one-shot? That is the question. Oh. Big geyser. One shot. Bye-bye. Love to see it. Good luck on the shinies, everyone. And it was a crit. Crits do matter, apparently. In our favour today. Let's see. Did we catch it? did one of us please get a shiny at last? That's the question. Did we get a shiny? Hello, Sparkling Brie. How are you today? I am doing well. Like, we're enjoying the shiny hunting challenge. We've had mixed results. We're still only on 10 at the moment, but we're getting there little by little, and that's the main thing. We can now do more official shiny hunts. I'm not doing reset runs. So, Lipard, no. Lycanroc, no. Raichu, no. And Blacephalon, no. Sad times. Sad, sad times. No shinies, and for anyone else, the computer must have got a shiny. That's what it is. Definitely the computer shiny. 100%. Yeah, so we've finished the games now, so we can actually properly shiny hunt, which is kind of what the aim was for most of June. The stuff we've just got along the way, which has been very nice to get a few, to say the least. Most 6 of the 10 that we've got have been in Legends Arceus, and considering Legends Arceus has been missed the most out of all the games as well, it tells you what we could be at. Plus, like, Minun was the only one we actually went out our way to hunt for. We will probably go straight after Plusle tomorrow, because the events are still on, and I won't go online until I get a Plusle. I'm probably not going to do the others, because there's not much point. If anyone else does want to join Blacephalon, let us know. They can jump in. Otherwise, we'll continue our free team. We will wait for just after 2 minutes. See what happens. Yeah, so we're not going to do Dedenne. It's a pretty easy shiny to see. I'm definitely not doing Morpeko. Pawmi's easy to see. And so is Pachirisu. I want to try and get in Legends Arceus if I can. So that's kind of why I'm not going to do the rest. It's just Plusle and Minun are horrible shinies to hunt in the cave. The event, lovely, easy. I've got 3 Plusles and 2 Minun, I think, on my Violet save at the moment. I will probably do a little couple more. I'm going to go for... I want this shiny Grappalock. Why won't you give me Grappalock? Yep, you got them all in one stream. That tells you just how good the event is for easiness. Nobody wanted the Grappalock. Why not? Oh, there's a Pyukumuku. Shall we go and get that? Just for fun? No. Octillery, I guess, is the option. Or not. What, another one that's got a really bad run. But I'm guessing Octillery is the best option. I will ask Bidoof to give you extra shiny luck. Well, thank you. And we will one day get Bidoof. Well, actually, we need 2 Bidoofs because there's a gender difference. That's pretty much the main reason. We're also doing gender forms, or whatever the forms are going to be called. Genders, colours for like the minor, mini, or the unknown letters. So there's a lot to do in this challenge. So the theory is it's going to take a long time to get very far. Just as he's going to say, don't use a water move. Probably, but at least Bidoof's easy to get. And you say it's funny, when I was doing the PLA race this last week, I actually got 2 Bidoofs in about 2 hours. So I'm not it's one of those that like Bidoof, Shinx, Starly, and Wurmple. I'm not even going to remotely try and hunt in Legends Arceus because I know I'll just find them. Um, that's pretty much it. And probably Drifloons. They're so common. I see them all the time. I don't need to hunt them. It's the frustrating Pokemon, shall we say, that I've got to go and hunt. And because of your choice for Legends Arceus, I might spend a lot of time in the Cornet Highlands on the next stream in Legends Arceus, just to tick off, or at least get them to level 10, everything there. There's a lot that I still need to do in that area, so I might as well stick to it and get it done. But yeah. It's one of my favourite areas to traverse because it is such like an easy zigzag down the hill. I find that I sometimes only need to land like 3 times on the whole way down because I've got like the path set so perfectly for how I do it. The only slow bit is the very beginning when I go and check the Electivire. But I could even dump that till the end because my path is I go round there and then fly back down the hill past the Alpha Luxray, then sort of dip around and fly past the Rhyperior, then go up past the Gligar, down past the Gabite and Gliscor, Probopass, and then towards the Steelix, back through the tunnel, do a whirl around the first 2 camps, and then back up to Goodra, down to Clefable, and then all the way back up to the Mismagius. It's kind of my weird route. And the distortions are needed because I need the fossils badly. Are you going to take the Octillery as well? It is probably going to be the best water type that we've got at the moment. A life tube, okay, we got some health back. Doesn't affect me, of course. I actually thought it was dead, the Hatterini, but never mind. Acid spray. Ooh, we should take this. Who wants this? Should I take it? Get rid of my neutral status? But I probably need the bug move for later, don't I? Bug or poison, whichever, for the grass type at the end. Maybe the Mianfu can take this. Yeah, I think Dragon takes this. It'll be the best one. Let's catch it and see. As I say, I think Dragon should take it. I think it'll be the best bet. It will help in the long run. I know you've got a rock move here, but the big water moves are just so broken. Unless Mr. Belgium wants it, or the computer. But with Acid Spray on top, we have a good option here to do something similar. No one wanted that, okay. Never mind then. Are we going to go for the grass type? Then maybe the ice type, I guess. I don't know. I'm a bit confused now. Okay, we go for the steel type. Slightly scared of this one. Are we going for the most difficult path there today? Is that the strat this time? We found the other ones too easy. We didn't take the best Pokemon for the final. Any idea what's going on, guys? Because 2 of you are extremely weak to this. And nobody can really do too much damage to it. If I'm not mistaken. Or does Boy from Belgium secretly have a powerful move? Tentacruel afterwards. Okay. But I thought somebody was going to take the Octillery, because that would have been very good in the final. um, that was all. If I'm not mistaken. But I guess not. Is somebody going to take this for the Octillery, for the Tentacruel then? At least then we can have a psychic move. It could do some damage to it. Because at the moment we don't really have anything good for Tentacruel. Like, we got the Hattini, but let's face it, it's not going to do the right moves. Boy from Belgium is out of balls. Ah, he hasn't been playing enough. But yes, yeah, so if you take this dragon, then you can Dynamax into the Tentacruel, I think. No, you're player 2, aren't you? We missed the Dynamax last turn. Now, took too long to beat the Octillery. But it still means you got something strong, and then you can take the Tentacruel into the final. Like, if I had known that nobody was going to take the Octillery, I would have probably taken it. If I'm honest, because I don't really like this Pokemon in the final. I think it doesn't really stand too much of a chance. I'm guessing you want me to use Entertainment first as well. Get rid of Beast Boost. Or is that not how it works? Oh, of course, Boy from Belgium caught the Pokemon. That's not rigged whatsoever. It doesn't work on opponents. Okay, then we won't use it. We don't really need to give you... Well, I guess I could potentially give... I don't really know how it works, to be honest. I don't really want to waste a turn when I could probably just use Liquidation. If we're honest. But yeah. Did you do many DAs last night with Corey? I know he was doing a few, but I don't know if you did many. But yeah, that's what I'm not completely sure. You got a shiny Pillow-Swine. Nice. Oh, we get a Scientist. Will you be swapping Poppy? Or not Poppy? No, you're not. Okay. It's about time you got a shiny, to be honest. You give current ability. It's not really worth doing then, is it? I was hoping I could give somebody else Sniper, if I'm honest. That would have been kind of funky. A Sniper. An Expert Bell, I guess, is going to be good. It could be. But I do have Water Absorb, don't I? But will it do that, do you reckon? It doesn't really matter if you take a couple of hits though, does it? That's the thing you got to remember. Because you're swapping, so if you take the hits, it's fine. Well, I think so. And if it's going to attack anything, it'll probably do the poison move. So I am pretty useless in this battle, I'm not going to lie. It could heal others. But we'll try it on... But I don't think it will use Life Dew anyway. Ooze, as they say. There was no point me Dynamaxing because all three of my moves do no damage. So, yeah. You now have Water Absorb. You can have Water Absorb. Just takes away the crit hit chance, but don't think it makes too much difference. I'm more in shock that it didn't just use Life Dew. Now you probably can Dynamax here, because then that gives the Dynamax to Boy from Belgium in the final. And you got the Quick Claw, lovely. That will probably make Expanding Force hit harder, right? You've already been through one lot of water. What is going on? Well, it is 2 hours, so... I guess it's not too bad. No, the Hatrini has Expanding Force. So because you've put the Psychic Terrain up, that should hit even harder now. That's what I meant by it. If it decides to actually use the right move. And it used Safeguard, of course it did. Oh dear, computer. Oh, computer. We could have won. I can't. I guess I'll just try and lunge, I guess. Dragon Pulse. It's funny that I actually gave it, what's it called? I gave it Water Absorb and it dodged the Hydro Pump. Just makes me laugh at times. Yeah, so we probably win in one-ish goes next turn. We have to remember that the Seadra does have Sniper, so it should make the water move hit even harder with Max Geyser. It's fastest of our water team, I think. So then the Tentacruel and myself will hopefully hit their water moves and get some finishing off damage. Hello, ironically, how are you doing? With the fourth person here, should we rotate for a while and go for Tapu Koko? Isn't that the one you need as well? I think both you and Belgium need Tapu Koko. If that's the case, we could do that next. Do you have the path as well? Yes. Yes, so if we do that next, then we can do 4-player on Tapu Koko if you want. I know I've got Pennywise in the chat, but I always say the same thing with these. I do get a little bit bored of doing the same one and not getting what we need. Which is happening. We've had 0 shinies. Uh-oh, I just got home. Fair enough. Well, we can stay with this one for another round. It's not a problem. Hopefully we can get something sorted a bit later. Did you get many EVs in the Go weekend? I haven't seen you most of the weekend. I got one shiny Eevee Saturday and then forgot it was on Sunday until about 4:45. Yeah, that was me. There's a big water move. Ticker ticker, attention span, not being able to do long hunts. It's not just that though, it's more I get bored of the other Pokemon I have to see en route. But how are you, Robin? And you have to also remember, I do need all 47 of the legendaries in this game. Still. And we have been doing this probably for 2 months now. We have probably done over 100 Persephone raids. And it's worse that I don't think anybody has got the shiny from one of my raids. It's I know Morland got one, but not from mine. But no one else has even got close to it, I don't think. I ironically got it a while ago, and that's about it. But yeah. Do you want to have any wild predictions for Pokemon Presents later this month? But while we wait, we will check some shininess. No on the Octillery, no on the Bell Tower, no on the annoying Octopusy thing, and no on the Pennywise. Fair enough. No shiny again. Let's go again. Back to the challenge of this. We will get this. We will. You watch. We were debating on whether there would be additions to the NSO or whether there might be like a hard copy of Gen 1 to 3, Gen 5 remakes, Gen 6 remakes, the wild prediction of a Pokemon game subscription service where it would have every previous game on for you to play, champions and when that could arrive, and stuff like that. Pretty much they were our wild guesses. I will stick with my thing that I think Colosseum drops on the 22nd. That I don't see being anything but that date. Are you returning for more Blacephalon, Mr. Belgium? Yes, he is. I think it's just the free team again. Let's get going then. We're doing so well that we barely ever lose lives, let alone struggle here. I'm going to take this time. Politoed, 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 Politoed. And don't ever swap it. We win with Politoed. Without even thinking. I guess creating a game like Pokemon would be good. Rock. Okay. Orangaroo. Shall we go with Orangaroo? Oh dear. Orangaroo. Mantine. Yeah, I think we stick to the left. So creating a game like Pokemon Mobile would be good because they could re-release all the games in one go. While the idea is fantastic, I would agree with what I believe it was Joe Merrick, the Cerebi guy, said. The Pokemon Company is never, the keyword here is never, going to release a game that has every single Pokemon in. They won't make money, and that's why they've started doing separate dexes. That's like what we've learnt from that idea. Like, it's not that it's a bad idea, it's they only care about money. They're not going to give you a way to play or get every Pokemon in one game. Sadly, however much we would love it. I also don't think they would want to do sort of a massive online game. Every time they try and do some form of online game, they seem to get it very wrong. Whether it be Go, Unite sort of losing its appeal quite quickly. TCG Pocket is very boring. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing remotely interesting about the battles. The cards look lovely, the designs are beautiful, never going to question that, but just the way you play those games is so boring. There's no like funky events to it. They could easily do other things about it. So it'll be the same, either the same as Virtual Console Gen 1 and 2 games on the 3DS coding box, digital and eShop, or just put on the NSO. I don't think there'll be a coding box if they do release a physical copy. I will say that. If they release a physical copy, that is. Coding box is for the non-Nintendo stuff. Only they wouldn't release a physical copy if it was a coding box. If it was digital only, then fair enough. But they wouldn't just put a code in a box. I'd have a 4 just to do it to set up Gen 7, but hide some Pokemon behind DLC, have extras add-ons, get mythicals would help them get money. Now there is the thing. That there are ways, but it's just from what like the big discussion has been like once the A comes out, I believe officially every Pokemon is going to be catchable, excluding mythicals, on the Switch in some game or other. Every single one, or tradable with the Alolan Rattata. That's the only one I don't think you can get with your own trainer ID. Even if it means you've got to play through a game more than once. And because that's an option, that's kind of what the idea will be. They're just like, one of the things that I discovered was I was doing a lot of research for another silly project, which I never did in the end, because I like making spreadsheets. I was going through which Pokemon were in what game. And I was pretty much going through the Gen 5 decks, and it was Sword or Shield, Violet, Sword or Shield, Violet, Sword or Shield, Violet. And it was one or the other, they're not in both. There's so many that aren't in both. Do you want to take this, Mr. Belgium, for Instruct Acid Spray? I don't know if it's going to work, but I would like to suggest going for this ghost type, but I don't think it's that good of an idea. What is that? That is a fire thing at the top. We can still acid spray, can't we, on this? But yeah, the thing is, they don't seem to like any game that continues to get new material after a couple of years, because if you ever look at how Nintendo develops games, they generally let a lot of the stuff go, especially Pokemon. They make a game and they get a new team for the next game. There's no continual main team involved, and that is sometimes why they're not quite as successful as they probably should be, because they don't build a team and keep using the same team over and over again. Just a horrible thing to say, because like we've seen Microsoft have dumped everyone. Forza Motors has dumped most of the team, and then I think cancelled the game. So there's quite a lot of bigger discussions about what they would do, like, and then could you run something as big as an MMO? And I guess the other side of it is people like to mod MMOs like mad. You just look at the Minecraft stuff out there. They wouldn't want that to happen to their property again. And then they'll get into this argument about the Nintendo Switch 2's getting bricked again. And it's just like they're already there. There's a lot, I think, of things that could stop it happening. Well, I died. Who would have thought the silly little thing wouldn't survive? Who thought the what's it called was so weak? Cheer, go, make you stronger and beat the Mantine. Hopefully the little rock thing can take this. A lot of people are not smart when it comes to, when you say that, what do you mean by that? As in, they do things to the console that they shouldn't do, or other things. Welcome back, ironically. I don't know if you heard the question, but we might as well ask you again. So yeah, was that people modding it and stuff, or doing stuff to play it, not how it was designed? But ironically, do you have any wild theories for Pokemon Presents? It would be fun to see what you have up your sleeve. I think, though, in the end, there's no shiny lock Pokemon. I don't need this. Shiny lock Pokemon could be a chance to get mythicals and all likely by mod, because then, yes, like, I could understand that it presents a long-term thing like a World of Warcraft, but as I say, Nintendo don't tend to care about their games once they've been released. That's the thing I always look at. This is a firebug, so let's beat the firebug. Okay, we went for the Flygon. So you think a Mega Zygarde and a Gen 5 remakes? That's what I predicted. Gen 5 remakes in January or February. That's my theory. So yeah, people just don't know about modding still. They try it and it backfires and they're mad about it. I just think people shouldn't do it. Not being honest, I'll be honest. You shouldn't do it with the current generation of console. That's the thing that I would clarify with that statement. I think it's a little bit naive to do it. We don't even need to worry about Dynamaxing here. I think it may not be a Mega, I think it'll have a fancier name for Zygarde. This is the only time they've ever done an upgrade, like, past, like, 2 years ago. Past it. That's the only time it's ever happened. The only reason we're saying this is I don't know how much of the conversation you've heard, Robin, but it's more about Dragon was suggesting the idea of a Pokemon MMO type game, so a bit like what World of Warcraft is, that you basically constantly need to be updating. Like, this is a difference, it's just a bit of a flash in the pan update. That's the difference. And I can't see in any way Game Freak caring enough to run an MMO. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Welcome in, Jogbot. Welcome to the Switch 2 Shiny Living Dex Challenge. Where we're trying to build a brand new form dex from scratch on the Switch 2. Yeah. That's what I was sort of saying. That's my way of saying that they don't care enough about to do a game like that. Like, as we said, an update on this is not too much to really expect. But to do all that, So we have the long list of new megas, Coliseum on NSO, mobile game stuff, early 2016, 2026, NSO, maybe a spin-off, Gen 10 at the end of the year, and Gen 5 makes a couple of years later. See, I'm almost the same. I put Gen 5's January or February, Gen 10 at the end of next year. Coliseum will drop on the 22nd of July. Gale of Darkness will drop probably on the next Pokemon Day, so whenever that is in February. They're my theories. I don't think we need to swap here, do we? I guess you can if you really want to, but I don't even think we need to worry about acid spray. You could just instruct any one of us. Instruct who you think is the fastest. How about that? Yeah, but I think the Gen 1 to 3 will come out on a hard copy, not NSO. If I'm honest, that's my crazed theory. But ironically, we will do a Tapu Koko next, if you're still up for it. And if Belgium still would like to host it. We had Kanto Remakes Gen 3. We had Johto Gen 4, Hoenn Gen 6, Sinnoh Gen 8, and Unova Gen 10. My counter argument is a simple. Legends Arceus and BDSP came out within 3 months. I just don't think ZA has enough to handle the Pokemon fans' attentions for a year. I think they've not rushed Gen 5 remakes, but they've been working on something to make them a little bit different. How did we do, like, no damage? Why did we do no damage? What happened there? Did I miss something? Man's eyes doing white guard. Okay, that's the computer. Okay. Liquidation. I don't know. Did we miss on the first turn or something? I'm not sure. Whatever. We'll find out. In a minute, I guess. Nope. GG everyone. Good luck with the shinies. Ugh. It would be good to get somebody a shiny. Probably end the streamer luck of nightmares of not getting shinies. That would be also very nice. But watch it be Mr. Belgium. So, let's check the shinies. Oranguru. No shiny. Noramantine. Flygon. Is Blacephalon finally gonna be shiny? No. Okay then. Well, we'll let Mr. Belgium set up Tapu Koko. And then we can see how well we do. Ho-Ho. Probably wouldn't mind actually putting that on my list. I'll get rid of your Yveltal. Enough people have that somewhere haunting them. And I know for a fact not everybody has Ho-Ho. Some people do. Mostly boy from Belgium, but... And remember, this is Electric Fairy, just in case anyone wondered. we have 3. Ironically, will come and complete the team. I haven't even made it to the Reggies yet. That was like last week you got the Groudon. You make it sound like it was months ago. Ground is probably the best. I think electric resist still. Maybe poison might be good. Is it? I'm 100% sure. What's everybody gonna go for? There is an event Herdia in the chat. I'm gonna go for this. What is the best typings for this, would you say? Before we go and go all of them, just still, poison, and ground. Okay. Still, poison, ground. So, nothing that we got here. Weak to poison and ground. Okay, so we do have 1 ground. But that is about it. There is a Jigglypuff if you want a Jigglypuff. But I'm going to guess we're going to have to go left. For now. I think I could probably stick with this and I could do the Fire Lash thing so you can get stronger moves with your ground and poison. I'm just going to say Koffagrigus because I want the shiny. You want all of the shinies. That's the thing. And you missed out on the Dex 365 shiny. Go and get Darumaka. That one's going to be the last one, isn't it? Well, thank you for coming in today, Robin. Hopefully we'll see you again. Oh, I didn't catch the Pokemon, did I? Typically. And hopefully you might come along and take part in the Legends Arceus Shiny Hunt race at the weekend. I would love to see a lot of people there for that one because I know PLA is very popular. It is one of the more popular of all of the Pokemon games, shall we say. Did you get any shinies since I left? No one has got a shiny yet, sadly. It has been horrible bad luck. We're going to try Tapu Koko for a little while. Just to see if we can turn our luck around. Do you have this saved, ironically, as well? Just out of interest. Yeah, the Tapu Koko path. Do you have it saved, or do you just need it? If that makes sense. Probably. Somebody will get it. If you mean the paths. Yes. The paths. You have a Zekrom, Thundurus and Lugia. You're just saving exclusives. Okay. So if you do decide to drop out Boy from Belgium, let me know before the end of the battle and I can save it. I might keep the 2 Tapus and get rid of the Ho-Ho. I'm not completely sure yet. If we're honest, it's annoying when you want to do so many. You're not sure which ones to keep and which ones to get rid of. But yeah. Yes, so I know you're keeping the path. What I meant is if you were going after one of the runs. That's what I mean by it. So if you were stopping playing along, I would need to save it if we were to continue Tapu Koko with, ironically, if you weren't around. So Gothagrigus. Where is Gothagrigus? In the middle. Of course it is. The normal is a Wooloo, so we could go for Wooloo, I guess. We don't really want to take on the Altaria, do we? So you're allowed to save 3 paths, a legend. So you, instead of it be random, what you're facing, you know which legend you're going to do. So you're on the second island of your second Ultramoon one. Fair enough. It would be funny if we got the shiny after how many Wooloo I went through yesterday. If I'm honest. Fair enough. I can't remember the islands. As I say, I've only played it once or twice. Yeah, so on my list I've saved Tapu Fini, Ho-Ho and Blacephalon at the moment. Oh, a fellow Zygarde hunter. Nice. How's... I'm guessing you haven't got the shiny yet. How are you finding the paths? I think Boy from Belgium's going to be your new best friend, because he's got the dream path for Zygarde. Set up to pretty much auto battle it and you'll win in 2 goes without even having to think. But yeah, do you have like a safe path, or are you just doing sort of going in and seeing how the battles are going? Fair enough. Yeah, so the path we've got set up is it's a really lackluster team, shall we say, but it wins in 2 goes. It's pretty much Exploud, Wartortle, Jigglypuff, Nidoking, and Nidoking becomes Kingler later in the run. I'm mostly the same. I prefer finding new runs for most stuff. I know for Zygarde it's kind of the exception, just because of the frustration when you get something completely rubbish and you can't win. But I do like finding formulas for the other Pokemon to win with. When we were trying to hunt for like the dream path, shall we call it, we were doing randoms, and it was quite funny putting teams together. But Mr. Belgium here wants 4 Zygardes and has been hunting it for at least 3 months now, I think, and has never got a shiny one. So it's taken a long time. We will probably need 3, is it? I don't know what the 4th one is. What's the 4th Zygarde you want? I always get confused why you want 4. I know you want the big one, the dog one, and the snake one or something. But what's the 4th one? The squishy. And then I guess we'll go for your ghost, because it's a nice shiny. The 2 abilities. How's that? It's not the worst one. Squishy's the only Zygarde, let's be honest. It's the only one we like. It's not really effective, is it? Doesn't have anything strong against me. What an awful selection. Maybe in case I get something. It does it? Okay. Is that the one that gets in, what's it called, mouth? The Dondozo's mouth, Squashy. The Aura Break and Power Construct. I don't know what the Aura Break one is then. But anyway, we'll worry about Zygarde. We've got loads of time to worry about that. I'm still probably not Dynamaxing here. We probably would want the Vicavolt to Dynamax because of the poison move, I guess. But Z1 is squishy. Aura Break is such a bad ability. Okay, but you can't get the squishy one shiny, can you? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's a weird Pokemon, let's be honest. It's a very weird thing. We're also using Hunt Collect. Oh, nice. One of the additions to this challenge is also getting all of the A shiny of all the Gigantamax forms and one of all the Megas. I know it doesn't show up in home, but if I'm going big, I might as well go full blown over the top ambitious. Otherwise, I will miss out on something bigger if I change my mind and want to get more. Because we've only been going on this challenge for a month. And the idea was to start the saves from fresh. So we've had to actually do 3 storyline games. All stream exclusives. So yeah, it's taken a lot longer. But the big concept is to sort of do these challenges with people. Not just target one Pokemon to shiny hunt and stuff. Like D8 is a bit easier because it's always open for people to join. Elsewhere it's a bit more people control what I've got to hunt or pick what I need to hunt. And stuff like that, really. But we spent about 2.5 hours hunting Blacephalon and got not a single shiny. So this team seems good. Anyone taking this, or is we not touching it anymore? It's one of these weird ones because it's not really got anything overly strong. But I guess we can do Howl, Fire Lash, Poison Jab. Is it Poison Jab that the Vicavolt's got? Or is that a mistake that it doesn't? Because I think the Vicavolt should probably Dynamax, if it can. But Mud Slap, well, Mud Slap could work as well because it raises our defense rather than our attack. So it's whichever you think does the most damage, I guess, if you can Dynamax. The problem is I'm only lowering its defense, I think, but the Kling Clang can do the other one. There is the shiny noise. The troll device is activated. Yes, I've got that in for when we do Legends Arceus. It will break everything, make it annoying when we're hunting, but it has a nice cooldown, so not too many people can use it too often. Because the worst thing is running around that map thinking that's a shiny and just stuck there with nothing. So yeah, it works both ways. It's nice to have it. And Dole seems to work very slowly. It could hopefully bring us luck. It would be nice if it could. Did Dole actually work again? Or am I just going to get rid of it because it plays up so much? Let's see. There, I can't see. Well, thank you for the shiny luck. I believe this would be, ironically, final Tapu and Boy from Belgium's third, if I'm not mistaken. So then, you don't. How much do you need?
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, how much do you need from Alolan now? I know you've got all the Ultra Beasts, so if you've got Lunala, Solgaleo and Necrozma, or is it just Necrozma you would need after this? need cocoa, just cocoa. Fair enough. And then you will have finished for good. Very nice. Then you'll have to start up a new game and do them all over again, right? So you just moaned that you haven't had good shiny luck, and you've got 2 in quick succession legendaries. They must have been hiding in the sky of the domes, or something like that. Oh, I did survive. And another thing that you will notice tomorrow is I have made hide and seek a redeemable option for channel points. So, yeah, that is something that people can do. Fair enough. So I got quite lucky because I did a couple, like Corey streamed for what, about 2 hours, 2 days in a row, and I got 3 shinies in there. Yeah, the DAs are still fun. But there are some like really interesting ones to go for. You're brave doing the rounders with the amount you need, though. That's the only thing I would say. Let's see if we did get a shiny today. Yet. Dubwell? No. No hands. And no Tapu. Okay. No shiny for Dragon either. No for Ironically, and no for Belgium. Shall we run this one back again? Why not? I'll have to let Mr. Belgium host it. But yeah, it's very nice to do them all. There's part of me that wanted to try something really, really ambitious, and if I did like a lengthy stream, do a DA exclusive one and stream so I face every legendary at least once. That could be an ultimate challenge, couldn't it? See how many you can get through before stream ends, or if we get to one of the more landmarky places, shall we say. I know we're a long way away from a landmarky place, but yeah, it's something that we could look at. It's trying to do something that I haven't seen someone else do for a landmarky one. Well, I guess the bronze orb? I think we know what he's taking. Oh dear. I wonder what, ironically, is going to keep to the very end of this run. I saw you not take a Charger Bug the other day, so I think you're a fake Charger Bug fan. He's like, how dare you call me a fake Charger Bug fan? So we could go ground, I guess, but we don't really have too much good for it. What is the electric in the top corner? What is it? Show me what you are. What is it? Okay, it wouldn't show me. I was hoping it could be something like a Manetric or a Raichu, and then the electric move means nothing, doesn't it? But we'll see. We will see. Yes, as I said, like, I don't think it's going to be like a redeemable option, with the concept that you get to join a union circle with up to 3 people, and you get 1 round in each bio. Pretty much, that's the plan. but it's an expensive redeem because it can be quite difficult to do. Especially if people pick Dynamo. I actually caught two shiny Dynamos the other day. I found a really easy place to isolate them, and I will probably go back there when we get deeper into this challenge to get all 3 Dynamos. So I'm happy I know where I can isolate it. Wait, player, you picked Lurantis as player 1? I swear you picked something else. But never mind. What's it going for? Oh, what boost? You know Bug is coming to get you all. It's digging. Lullaby. Bye bye. Portland. Oh, I do nothing just to make it weaker, even though might not do too much. It's there. Do you know what the Tapu Koko's ability is? Just out of interest. Helping hand, okay. Thanks, Portland. Electric Surge. Okay, so there's no point in me using Skill Swap on it. I don't want to give it Levitate. That would not be a smart idea. Yeah, but what I'm just seeing if it was something that would do. The Casper's one only counts as the normal Corsola. It has been checked off already. It's just the way the randomizer list came out that both Corsolas ended up on the list, sadly. I put the emotes over anything that's been redeemed or claimed, so you can't, unless you scroll up through the list, that's where you see the changes. I thought it would be better if I did it just an updated board rather than deleting it and uploading it again, which I was doing at the start. So people can see the addition added, or additions depending on the time. If like 3 people redeem overnight, I'm not doing 3 separate ones. I'll just do one big update. And that's kind of what it is. And the idea is to cover up the name so nobody can go, well, I'm going to go and hunt for that. You can't, it's gone. It's been locked out. It's kind of the madness of the game. And usually, because Casper's in America, the redeems usually come in when I'm asleep. So, kind of why I'm not always straight away getting them up. I don't really want this. I guess Dragon could have it if he wants, but it is weak to ground, so maybe not. But, yeah. I don't know what moves Chansey has. If Chansey has Helping Hand, I would suggest using it on the Lurantis on this turn. It has Hill Pulse. Or Hill Pulse then. So I'm going to do a bit of a risky move here. Get a Hill Pulse first turn. No, it's only going to be Sand Spit, so it's not really going to change anything, is it? I'll just weaken it. Helping Hand, Hill Pulse, Round, and a Light Screen. Okie dokie. I can't do anything to this, really, other than Metal Sound it. You have a plan. Is it Electric Surge? Or Electric Terrain? whatever it's called, or string shot. Yes, if you did that, it would all count, yeah. Hatching and evolving is all fair game. That's the good thing about this game is I'm not going to lock someone to catching the exact one. The only thing that I wouldn't allow is if for Coco and Crocodile were on there, you couldn't claim it for both, basically. Oh, so it would count for whichever one you would like it to count for. It's your choice because it's your land, but you'd only be able to use it once. I am 4 times special attack now. Does this get rid of terrain? No. Let's just do this again. So basically you would have to hatch 2 free Cocos to get both. Sadly I cannot string shot you. Doesn't matter. Into the Adlands. Do anyone want... Who's taking this, basically? I think probably Dragon. If we're honest. But... just keep screaming at it. I get that. But yeah, is Dragon taking this? Or not? Yes, Chansey swap. Okay, he's not swapping, so... Okay, we just about got it. But what does the board say? What was this electric type? Just out of interest. What is it? Dedenne. Do we want Dedenne? Not really. But no, it's not. It's Pukumuku. Pincurchin. That's the one. Pincurchin. What do we have? Where do we have it is the better question. Where are they all on this board? It's trying to remember where all of the Pokemon on the board are, which is the thing I'm finding the hardest. I don't know. It might as well do. What's wrong with having an electric form? I'm paralysed, so good luck unless you heal me. But you can't do any more. Oh, I try to find all these Pokemon on this list that I made. What do we have? Where did that... Rococo is there. Okay, where is Crocodile? There's Crocodile. Okay, so Crocodile's not the best option, I would say, looking at the board. Also has it. Just you wait till you get a shiny Pukumuku, then you won't complain. Pincurchin was actually one of the very first DA shinies I got, which was nice. I wondered because it didn't look like the same colour it should have, and I got confused. Is this a good time to use Steel Roller against these? That's the question. to get rid of their electric boost? Or do we want to keep it? That is the better question, I guess. Do it on the Tapu Koko. Do I Metal Sound first turn? Or should I do that first turn? I'm not really sure what we just hit at one. Was it just that big sand move? Could it be that it... we had... yeah, I did actually hit the Metal Sound. So I should scream. Do I? There is a female Bidoof. In the chat, if anybody wants it. It would be nice to heal. It is also an event spawn. At least Scorching Sands is quite good if we just spam it as well. Maybe Clutch a Burn, you never know. So I will or won't choose. Well, the Bidoof is the legendary. I have it all saved as a Control V, so I don't need to type Pokecatch. That is what my copy option is whenever I'm doing the stream with the events. So I'm still not completely sure what you want me to do first. Screen, sound, or steel roller. Well, I don't have a screen. I guess I do one Metal Sound. Scream at it. It's just more ringing the bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Is that what we're going to be doing? Ringing its bell, sending it to hell. And that's how we get the shiny Koko. Oh, well, at least some of us worship the almighty god. That's pretty much sad news for Mr. Belgium, who didn't get the Bidoof. I'm not sure if he was the only one that missed it. Was it just the four of us going for it? Yeah, the boy from Belgium didn't get the Bidoof, sadly. And, well, I guess that makes sense. So, Red's the Charger Bug and Contrary on the Mons. But let's get the next W. I think we're going to win, I think. The only thing I was a bit more surprised is that you went for that move, but I guess we can still roll now, right? Is the sand still up? Is there grassy terrain now? That's not as helpful. We'll just keep going. Max Overgrowth is going to be 4 times special attack, -2 defense, stab, terror, battery boost. Okie dokie. But we've also got a snake. Discharge doesn't affect one. And it's the weakest one it doesn't affect, which is kind of funny. It paralyzed the Lorantus. That's not good. Bop, 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 bop. Bing. GG everyone. Good luck on the shiny checks. Let's see if we can end this streak where nobody gets a shiny. Because it feels like this game is shiny locked. Yeah, next thing you know is I'll go and start hunting Shaman for 3 or 4 weeks. And never get a shiny. Are you doing a Shaman hunt today, Mr. Belgium, or not? It is harder than your Zygarde, for sure. One day, yes, once the Ultramoons are set up. Let's see. Did we get it? No on the Boldland. No, that would have been the first G-Max one, which would have been nice. No on the Pukumuku. And no on the Tapu. A very electric team that we went for. 2 no, so I'm guessing ironically is also a no. Oh dear. It's erasing our memories. Let's go again then. We will get something shiny, and that is... It's almost like I should change the title. We stream till someone gets a shiny. Yeah, like I was saying yesterday, I went and did the Dedenes. I found a really good Dedenne spawn, and I've got 4 shinies in one outbreak. I might as well build my vaults up when we have these special events on. Look how quick that was. Less than 15 seconds and everyone's in. Dedenne! If we stream till someone gets a shiny, someone's going to have to pull out Scarlet and Violet. Maybe. You never know with this game. You said the same yesterday with the Route 1 thing, but we did get a shiny in the 3 hours. So, it is possible. Like, I think, as I say, later today I'm going to have a bit of a blitz around the events again on my best save, and I think they end today, don't they? The electric Fakachus? Or have they technically already finished if I go online? I always forget with them. They finished yesterday, so I can't go online, but they'll still spawn until I do go online. Maybe I won't go online then. We have the almighty Orangaroo. There's an acid sprayer. Why? We got a Screecher in case we go that, I guess. I know it's weak, I can swap it, don't worry. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get some more plus or mine on at least. So, anything. We have the poison, if we want poison. Not a bad option. And yeah, so we're going to have to go to the right. Let's use those numbers. Which... Oh, the outbreak numbers. So I get more spawns. We should only swap there. Poison, not a bad option. Here's the jellyfish is weak to electricity. Yep, and so is the crocodile weak to the psychic. No, weak to the fairy. So it is sort of a mixed bag. It's just the plus one mine and event spawns. Some of them are in absolutely dreadful locations. From what I've seen doing them. They sometimes just spawn like 4 or 5, even with the switch to number of spawns. I'm just not getting too much luck with them. Brave Bird is going to kill the Thunderbolt, probably too. I'm confused which one you're worried about. It has Quick Attack, Thunderbolt, Brave Bird and Taunt. Okay. Pseudo would do it better than Liepard. The thing is, we want to really take a special team if we're going to keep the acid spray. And if we're not going to keep the acid spray, we want to take Screech, don't we? For a physical team. because then we can use Orangaru's Instruct to get a double Screech or Acid Spray off, if I'm not mistaken, as an option. If we keep Acid Spray, then we take Krukra. Yeah, because it's got that move. So we keep Stun Tank. So we can still probably keep Acid Spray going to the end. So am I taking the Tentacruel and Dragon taking the Crocodile? Basically, that's what we're saying. That makes the most sense. Because it would still be good to have the Executor of the Grass move. Take this. What am I going to do with this against a water type? If I'm worried about the water types. That's the problem. And the ground type. I'm weak to both the next two encounters. That's the thing. Go far. I thought we were going for the poison move. That was I thought was the plan. Well, at least the ground move still. That's why I didn't want to swap before, because I thought we were going for the other type. And I've put nothing strong here. Well, we'll put a focus band on and see what happens. Yeah, we can still Acid Spray and Psychic this down pretty easily. At least Sudowoodo is better for Tentacruel than Liepard. Oh yes, no, none of this then. Now I thought you wanted the poison move. That's what I thought we said earlier. Do we do this to survive more? Why not? Max Quake super effective. You just wanted a shiny Flareon, that's what it was. Hello Wolfie, how are you today? How have the gaming world been to you? We did fight Pennywise, but we got a little bit bored of Pennywise, so we went to an electric fairy. So yeah, I am good, thank you. We are having fun. That's the thing. That's why we do this, to have fun, right? That is the challenge we create. Yes, almost the same person. Just that this Wolfie doesn't like cheat and isn't a horrible person. That's the difference. You would hope not. I like how you know who Wolfie is. That's the key thing. I guess he must be one of the most famous Pokemon players out there. But I don't, apart from like seeing him do really boring strats, I haven't really watched too much of him. And I know this talking to someone who used Toxic Protect in competitive. With a Dialga. So at least it was different at the time. But my dancing tree did well there. So we're keeping this team to the end, or are we want to swap out dragons for the last one then? Is that what we're saying? And the South of Netherlands did win the title that year. So, and then we'll have to get you back into the competitive scene. re-enter it all. So what's the strat here then? Double acid spray. Yeah, so is the plan double acid spray, instruct acid spray, and Terra Dynamax grass move? Is that the plan? I imagine it would be. I can body press as well, do some chippy. And that means the Oranguru will be on the Dynamax, which isn't much help, but never mind. Don't think we need to worry too much about the Dynamaxing, do we? There is an event spawn. Gastrodon. I have seen the first 4 generations of his 24-hour Shiny Hunt Challenge. I don't know if he did Gen 5 or I missed Gen 5. That's probably the best way to put it. It is actually one of the very, very long-term goals to actually be a part of that in one of the later ones. It would be really be sort of an honour to take part in one of them. It's kind of, yeah. But I'm looking forward to seeing when he comes back to it, because he seems to be taking a very long break between 4 and 5. But then I thought I heard somebody say there was something that went wrong with 5 at some point, but might have misheard that. But yeah, they are extremely fun. I know the first one was a bit more chaotic, but then like, Gen 4 was over really quickly, wasn't it? Fair enough. I know he's been back doing some longer shiny hunting stuff, but he's been doing like getting so many in a month or something, or in 24 hours or something silly like that. But both of them, like, they're the sort of creators that are so fun to watch. Both him and the partner one. What's his name? I've forgotten what his name is because he hasn't done much recently. Because he only does like he does it all offline, doesn't he? The other one, the JMC Cup and all that. So what would you rather be taking into the final? Executor, Sudowoodo, or Crocodile? That's the one. M and J TV. Yeah, their series, I like their little competitive series as they do together. Because they have nice chemistry. And they are fun to watch. But he doesn't do too much that's live, does he? So you want me to take this. And Dragon can go for stomping tantrums. Yes, I knew this was one, but I didn't know which one you wanted to get rid of. But again, we can't quite do the other one. So, okay. Yeah, I know he doesn't like live streaming. Like, I know he did a little bit of the last 24 hours one. I think he jumped in, even if he was just on call, talking to PM7 doing it, which was nice to see. But I think he fell out with streaming because where they're very popular, the chat is so hard to keep on top of. Like, you go into a PM7 stream, it's what, 4,000 people minimum, and you can just see just how difficult that must be to keep on top of, and some people will get all upset if you're not reading their messages. So yeah, exactly. Like, even like John Stones is crazy for the chat. But that's why it's very difficult to get used to just chatting. But then when there's so many, you just can't keep up. And that's where I think a lot of people can then the audience get a bit abusive saying they're ignoring them, and it's not fair because how can you read nearly 30 messages and reply to all of them? Should also just go for Darkest Lariat. Well, I couldn't do Darkest Lariat for the first go because I didn't know I was going to get attacked. That's why. But yeah, I've been in a couple of his streams sort of in the background, but it's like so busy. Recently I've seen that like Game Boy Luke's been doing like a massive Radical Red run through. I'm not sure how long he streams, but I always seem to see it halfway through, but they're a lot harder to really enjoy. Because like, there's a lot of screaming in those. PM7's a lot calmer. He'll do silly stuff, but he's very calm. I like it. And he has a nice dog that he brings into stream. Tapu Koko is desperate. Doesn't affect me, but it could affect you. Well, thank you for the follow. Ezra, Master of the Keyblades, welcome in. How are you doing? We are on our Switch to Shiny Living Dex challenge with fresh saves to get a brand new Form Dex. We've been going for about a month, and yeah, we are doing a lot of these crazy ones. DAs today, we did a lot of Blacephalon, but we've gone to Tapu Koko so everyone can be involved. And yes, Ginger is an amazing one. Amazing little friend of the channel, isn't it? You're doing Lugia. Nice. In this save, I technically still need Lugia, so that is a good thing. I actually got 2 Lugias last week. So, Sudowoodo, Tentacruel, Crocodile, not you. At least you're not shiny again. And there's a Tapu Koko. No shiny for me. Yeah, Lugia's a nice one to go for. We will one day be going for Lugia a bit more. Definitely. But at the moment, I think we're sticking to Tapu Koko to tick it all off for everyone involved. But yeah, Lugia is a fun one to go for. As we said, like, I think I got it Friday or Saturday. I think Julia got it last night as well. It's been one that's popping off for everyone at the moment. So good luck with the hunts, but one day, as I say, I'm bouncing through a lot of legendaries. So it will be one that will come through the rotation. It's one of those that if I wasn't with like a complete team on this Tapu Koko, we could jump into straight away. But the idea is we're going to try and do as many different legendaries. If I get shinies in other people's streams, it doesn't count for this challenge, sadly, which is kind of the problem with joining other people in the DAs. But yes, are you rehosting Mr. Belgium or not? If not, then maybe we could go for a Lugia. You can. And which other paths have you got saved up? I never actually played properly Kingdom of Hearts. I think I tried the first one, but I never really understood what was going on. Landrus, oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean you, boy from Belgium. Okay, this may be the last Tapu Koko. Can they keep it? Whatever shiny pops up from the guests. Anyone who gets a shiny can take the shiny home, yes. But you don't want to take anything home that isn't shiny, really, unless you're filling out the decks. Then it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess I get the last pick here, so I'll see what's left. What is Boy from Belgium going for? Berserker. Okay. What else? Poison move. Oh, we got a Screecher again. And we got a Helping Hand. Guess that'll do for now. Yeah, because we sort of cheesed the shiny charm. We kind of don't need to take anything home at the moment on these runs, sadly. I imagine you want to probably go this way. Again. Or shall we go this way? This way. Ironically, it's probably seen the same thing I've seen, sitting on the left-hand side. Do we go for it? No, we don't get it. Yeah. I believe there's an Excavalier there that we still need. In the Dex 365. Would have been quite funny to get it. But we do also have a Discord where we have a few shiny events going on. And we do shiny hunt races on Sundays. We started with our first one and last week, and we're looking to do more in the future. What is everybody doing? We'll do this one then. Yeah, I saw the Pseudo-Wudo first time, but I thought, you know what? Maybe we could get the Excavalier. I keep saying it and we keep avoiding it. Do you reckon you'll come along for the shiny hunt race this weekend? I know you do like Legends Arceus, but I don't know if you've actually finished it all. So, lash out, big hit. Let's go for grassy terrain. Not much the poor Vileplume can do in this battle, sadly for it. Max Darkness. Ooh, it's a hit at least. Thunder Punch. So do we want someone to take this Matang? Just for the still move? That's the question we have here. But yes, hello Zach, welcome in. It's Ned, and thank you for the follow. Is that a new account or a completely new person? I'm not completely sure. I know we've had a Zach attack before, but not sure if it's a new person, but welcome in if you are completely new. We are doing a brand new Living Form Dex on the Switch 2 for shinies, and we've spent a month going through 3 games from scratch. All shinies caught on stream are the only ones we can get, and yeah, we go through Galar, Paldea and Hisui at the moment. So we play each game twice a week and a shiny hunt race on the Sunday with old shinies available for the winners. Okay, then welcome in then. Oh, as I said, I wasn't sure because I know I've had a Zack attack before. It made me think it was just a new account. But yeah, are you a DA hunter or shiny hunter in general? And for all the new people who have come in today, we do have a Discord where you can learn some of our shiny hunting games, plans, and whatever else we're going to do, because we do have a lot set up. So we do like shiny hunt competitions and stuff. Oh, you're a Go player, nice. How did you enjoy the Eevee events? at the weekend? Did they go well for you? And have you managed to get many... How do I be controversial and go for the Excelgor? Many of the Gimmighoul shiny coin thingies. I couldn't get this thing to work yesterday. I sent a postcard, opened the coin chest, and not a single Gimmighoul turned up, so not sure. You're going for the Squovit? Nice. Is that in Scarlet and Violet or in this game? At least you set up what you want to do on the board, on the Connect 4. You've noticed the things you like. I thought it would spawn at least one, if I'm honest. In Shield, okay, so a bit like what we were doing yesterday. There is an event spawn Bastiodon if you play the PCG. Yeah, the Route 1 stuff, like all the route hunting in this game is very long-winded. It's very hard to get into. That's why I'm trying to push myself with the races, because there are going to be days I'm going to have to do random encounters anyway. So we've got to find a way to do all of the game. Some way to get all these shinies. So is anybody who is taking the Sudowoodo out of this team? Are we saying maybe the Vileplume? Or not? That's the next question. Who is taking this? Because I feel like you probably want me to stick to the end. We definitely want the Obs to go with Screech. And I feel like the Berserker works really well with what's on the board, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. We get through them all. I do sort of... Oh, what is this that I got? What is this item? I don't know. It won't tell me. Is that a rare candy? Or what? I didn't even know rare candies were a thing you could get in this game. But I think we all caught it, didn't we? If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we keep on going with this. I think this might be the last one today. So I'm hoping we can get a shiny to end the day. But is Vileplume taking this? Is that the plan? For the Stomping Tantrum, etc. Because it'll be weak to the Brave Bird. And it's got Sturdy. Yeah. So if Dragon takes this... And then, unless the last thing's absolutely amazing, we probably take this team in, don't we? We just want the easiest thing, so probably Ice. Or what is the bug, just out of interest? What is the bug? Well, they're both pretty weak, so the Ice is easier to beat. So yeah. Yeah, but this has berries in it at the end of this one, I think. There's a nicer shiny as well. You're going to get Nindash shiny, don't you want to just get Ninkata to evolve? At least you get both shinies then, right? But I'm really hoping we can end today with one more shiny. I don't know what that means now. You're making me want Masuda and Ninkata. If you want an easy way to get Ninkata, just load up Auras. And Horde Hunt it. That's how I got mine. But whatever you do, make sure there's a Pokeball in your bag, and it has to be a Pokeball. Doesn't matter what else, it has to be a Pokeball. I found out the hard way when I had to reset the game because it didn't give me the Pokemon. Yeah. Well, I found out the hard way. Yeah, I had the empty spot, but I didn't have a normal Pokeball. I thought it would just go into one of the other Pokeballs. Well, I guess at least the Berserker can Gigantamax or Dynamax in the final. That was an easy run. Can we find this final little shiny before the end of stream? That is the question. That is the big question that has been haunting us all day, if I'm honest. Should I set up a reflect first? Is that a good idea? I think it probably is. And then start going for my other moves. You did say it was more physical, right? It's just that's my way of thinking it might be a good idea. Because we've got the Screech, which will help the Berserker and the Sudowoodo. And I can just do my Meteor Mash if need be, or Psycho Cutter if that's better. We'll see. We will see, I guess. Berries to heal us all up, and pretty much all of us up. And I think this could be a nice smooth victory, right? Yes, 100% right. Let's get going. I feel like Boy from Belgium has never changed his character's costume. Isn't that like the generic costume that you wear in this area? Or is it handpicked as what you want? The rest of us have all gone to the clothing shops. Or am I making that up? You bought every clothing item. I probably will when we've got no need for money. Remember, this is an older save. Maybe that's something I could put my money towards in Scarlet and Violet, my old save. It's silly, the amount of money you make in these games and you can't do anything with. You don't. I thought you had the Eevee costume on. Yeah, you've got the Eevee costume. So you must have bought something. I get that feeling. I was trying that with these runs. I kept changing the outfit every couple of episodes. And that's why I went all the way to Wyndham so I could get all of the costumes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Eevee one is a custom coat that you've got on. Is it an Eevee coat or something like that? Well, let's see. I never do too much. It's just I like my characters to have some form of hat and maybe glasses on. But I just don't like the basic outfit, if that makes sense. The Max Steel Spike for more defensive boosts. Nearly win. and the resemblance to Marnie is definitely pure coincidental. Okay, I believe you. We got a Meteor Mash in, and we win. GG, and good luck with these shinies. Hopefully, we can end this streak of bad luck. And, yeah, so we'll probably go and say hello to somebody. I'm not sure who yet, but there are a few people around. Oh, you got the starters? That actually It's not what you want it to be. Matang is not shiny. Nor is Sudowoodo, Frosmoth, or Tapu Koko. We end without a shiny on my end, sadly. It was a perfect run, which was nice. Very nice. And no shiny for the team. Well, that's not good, is it? I guess we will have to return to Violet tomorrow and hopefully have some better luck.